Good morning. We're out here in the hay with this cute little thing and the rake. So I cut this on Friday night, I think. It is Monday morning, so it's time. I came out here yesterday. I moved the wings in, so the fronts went in and the back came out, just pivots right here. And I just drove down the rows and I tipped them over. Didn't merge them, just put them together. Or I didn't merge them, I just put them together. I didn't merge them, I just tipped them over. My goal there was, it just wasn't drying. It's cold, but we got feels like a decent drying day. The wind's supposed to pick up, so I'm hopeful. It's supposed to rain tonight, so I'm hopeful that we'll get done with the hay before it rains. So we're gonna try it. We're all raked. This is a pretty good little rake, but it struggles with bigger amounts of hay. It gets caught on these. On its way through, it just gets caught and hung up. Okay, so that's all raked. Now we wait. It's supposed to be a pretty nice afternoon. We're supposed to have a little more wind, but see, this is what I'm fighting here. Clumps of green every so often. Nice hay, very nice hay. So hopefully it dries out enough today that we can get it baled. Neighbor. So this stuff is drier than the stuff at the farm. So I think this will go in a couple hours probably. But I'm gonna go, I gotta do some stuff on my computer for work because it's Monday now. So the weekend is nice, you don't have to worry about that. But do that and make some lunch. I haven't been eating very well while I've been here long. And we're gonna, the baler's hooked up and ready to go. We're gonna fire that up and bale. We'll probably start down here. That stuff at the farm needs a little more time to dry, I think. We had such a heavy dew last night that it, hold on. When you have a heavy dew like that, it's almost like walking backwards. Oh. 1 hour that took me. 1 hour to rake everything. And this, I love raking hay with this little tractor, but wow, is it rough. It doesn't have any suspension, where that 6155 has front suspension, a little bit smoother. This has none. So it's real, the turning radius is nice. It's nice that it's tiny. It fits the rake well, and it does a damn nice job. But wow, it's rough. Back is about ready to go out. Very nice hay though, very nice. We got most of it sold. I think we're taking 20 for ourselves. So I don't think we won't be able to fulfill. We only have one person that buys hay from us. And right now anyway. We just don't make the amount needed to really market. Usually what happened is when I had the buffer strips down there and this little strip back here, I had to sell a couple bales at first cutting, and then I had to sell all of third cutting. Okay, sorry, I had to take a phone call, but I'm back. So we had 2 augers parked in here. I think he's gonna sell those. Those aren't mine, those are Grandpa's. And got my pallet stack. This is where we're gonna line up the hay. I'm hoping that I can bale it and it gets a little time to air out before I set it in here. So what happens is when you bale hay too wet and you pack it in so tight, it starts to ferment. But when things start to ferment, when it has access to oxygen, it can spontaneously combust. And I had that happen once on some hay that I sold. I told them, leave it outside for a little while and stick it, then put it inside, because I knew it was wet, and I said it's not dry. I told them that. This was the first year, that was the first year I did hay. And they got home and they stuck it right in the building tight. Well, we got a message, an angry message a few days later that it had started to smolder, so that was fun. But I have not had, that was the only instance of that I've had. Ah! Bird. So, this is where I'm going to put all the hay. We can usually get 2 and then 1 on top of that. And then I'll probably leave a foot of space in there. And then I have this area as well. We can usually get a couple in here. And then 2, 4, 6. Overall, we should be able to fit most of the hay in here. Almost all of it, actually. That coffee was good. I think I'll go make another cup. So, it's exciting. And I enjoy doing the hay. It can be a pain, like this year. It has been a pain. But there's nothing you can change about that. Weather is weather. We finally have I'm finally sweating. It's a nice day. The hay should be drying. Oh, there goes my neighbor. He's gonna go plant some beans, I suppose. Everyone's out planting beans right now. We're supposed to get a 1/4 inch of rain tonight. So, the race is on. But this stuff should be, well, let's go check it out. I see a green spot. It's dried a lot because that spot right there, this spot too. When I flipped it, it was green, like wet. Oh yeah, we're drying. I debated leaving the rake hooked up to that tractor in case I wanted to flip it one more time before baling, but decided not to. Every time you rake alfalfa, you lose some leaf. And I've raked it twice now, so given it wasn't necessarily dry each time I raked it, you're still losing some leaf matter, and that's where all your nutrition is in alfalfa, is in the leaf. There's not really anything in the stem, it's all in the leaves. Oh, just walking and talking has me tired. I made that last night, it's wet. I'm gonna bring that home with me. We're gonna feed it right away so it doesn't spoil. It's cool, it cooled off, but it's too wet. That was last night or yesterday. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm going to make lunch, do some work. If I have time, I might pull that camper out and mow underneath it because it's getting kind of tall. I was kind of hoping it just wouldn't grow, but it did. Oh. So yeah, I'll see you when we bale. All right, it's been about 2 hours since I raked. I'm out here at the second hay field and I think I can bale. It's looking pretty crispy. We've had really good sun. It's a nice little breeze. Oh yeah. Yeah, that stuff's ready. But we gotta go this field. When Grandpa planted this field, it was like 2015, so many years ago. 9 years ago, wow, I remember that. We planted it with just alfalfa, brome grass, orchard grass. I thought maybe some timothy. I don't quite remember. But we did no companion crop or parent crop of any type, which was a big mistake. And the weeds grew like no tomorrow. That looks like a good swath. So my dad planted hay that same year down the road. And yeah. Yeah, we're good. So my dad planted hay at the same time down the road. They actually rented the same seeder, got the same seed from the same guy. And they just, when Dad finished his, Grandpa took it and did his. So when they did that, we didn't plant any companion crop and the weeds grew, and Dad had my uncle come out and cut his and bale the weeds and get rid of them. And Grandpa came out here with a batwing mower from a neighbor. Now keep in mind, the weeds were like this tall. I'm 6'2", I'm not short. They were up here, you couldn't walk through them. And he came out here and he mowed them. Well, at the time it was really dry out and the alfalfa was kind of struggling. The grass was kind of struggling, and mowing those weeds just made a mat, a solid mat. It was bad, but at the time we didn't know it would affect everything. Thought it would come through, didn't. The weeds grew again, came out, mowed it again. More of a mat. So what went down as like 15 to 20 pounds of alfalfa really looked more like 5 to 10 out in the field. So when I plant hay out here this summer, my intent is to mix in oats, and that'll be my companion crop. So the oats will grow, the oats will keep the weeds from growing, and the alfalfa will grow, and the alfalfa and grass will grow, and we should end up with a very nice stand of hay. And I'll just have to sell that as oats hay of some type. So that's my plan anyway. But you learn lessons from things that you've done in the past, and you learn from them, and you take that with you your entire life. Like, I will never do soybeans on soybeans ever again. It burned me 3 times. Won't do it again. But anyway, it's hot, it's beautiful. I'm gonna walk down the road here. The farm's right there, maybe half a mile walk. I'm not running, I'm no runner. I just brought the pickup down. I got the little tractor in the hay shed ready to go, and I've got the 6155 ready to go on the baler. My hope, bale everything and go home, blow the baler off, unhook it somewhere, and come down here with that tractor, pick up the bales. Then when that trailer's full, I'm just gonna do one level. I'll bring that to the farm here and unload it with the little tractor into the hay shed. And that should be pretty good, I think. So I'm gonna do that. I'll see you in the baler. Here's a fun fact. All of my hay equipment is almost manual. So this baler, the only hydraulic is for the gate, but it's manual tie, or not manual, but it uses wires and cables. There is no monitor. I don't have a monitor. There's supposed to be a monitor for this baler, but not a monitor, but a beeper. So when this slides over, it beeps in the cab. And then when it slides, when it slides this way, it beeps in the cab. When it hits back at cut, it beeps twice. It tells you you're done wrapping. So I've got it set, but with another one? Well, at least it's just weeping, and it's a short one. So the way it's set right now, I think I want to, I want to go one bigger. That's what I want to do. And I'll tell you why. I'm going to leave the pressure the same, and I'm going to go one notch bigger, so the bales will be just a smidge looser, and that'll let air flow through them better. If it's wet. I don't think it is. It looks pretty dry. It feels dry. Let's get hand. Start the P-toe. Oh, there goes the neighbor. I'd love to have an Apache. That'd be fun. Rev this puppy up. And we're eating hay. Oh yeah, nice hay. Very nice hay. I'm excited about this hay. The night that I cut it, as I was cutting, it started sprinkling and we got kind of a drizzle. But when hay is freshly cut, that doesn't bother it. So It hasn't been rained on since. It's had decent drying weather. This is gonna be good hay, I feel like. So when we get done making a bale, we'll hop out, we'll test it, see what we got for moisture. I could probably go up a notch, but the edge of this field is so rough, or go up a gear. The edge of this field is so rough. It's easier to keep it on the slower side. I have like 12 acres of hay, probably 10 cut, 10 or 11 cut. So this will work just fine. Just fine. I set my rake a little bit tighter usually because I like to weave to pick up hay. I'll have to come back and get that. Oh yeah. Try and stay out of the rhubarb here. Should start cutting any minute. The first time I ever used this baler, I didn't realize that it started tying and I kept baling. Yeah, that was fun. Not. I ended up tying it again and we gave the bale away. It was like a 2,000 pound bale, the 6603 that Grandpa had at the time. Wouldn't lift it. And it's at the indicator. Oh, I suppose I set it to be a touch bigger now. So we'll go. There it goes. And you can see the twine's moving, or I can. That little indicator just slides. It's really, I like this baler. I really do. It makes a really nice bale. And cut. Shut the baler off. Close the door, latch the gate, put her in neutral, and let's go test it. Oh, that's a nice bale right there. Sorry, tipping you over. Okay, so this is my moisture tester. Stick it in, push button, 14.5. And then I take one in the side, push button, 14.9. Perfect. That is ideal. Take another one, 14.5. Let's bale. That's perfect. That is a perfect bale right there. Beautiful. This baler makes a nice bale. So without further ado, I'm gonna bale.